I woke up this morning to a message on my personal Facebook page from a person I don't know by the name of Kong Lee. The message was extremely offensive. Saying, F you, calling me a racist and an ugly whore, and ended by saying that he wished that I died a slow death. As you would imagine, I was shocked. The concern for my safety and my family's safety grew when one of the recent pictures in his profile showed several high-caliber guns, rifles, and boxes of ammunition. I shared the message and pictures with the Elk Grove Police Department right away, and they are looking into the matter. The case number is 20-005705. While this is the most threatening message, it is not an isolated incident. There have been other posts on social media and even testimony during city council meetings that has been aggressive and downright threatening. During the August 12th city council meeting, a man whose name I don't know called me a colored woman and that I needed to back the hell off. The following is the audio of public testimony during the last council meeting, September 9th, by Mia Vank Foster, a supporter of Mayor Steve Lee. We're going to play the audio.
She's not running against them for mayor. It wouldn't fit her victim narrative. Mayor Lee was neither on the school board or city council in 2012 regarding Nancy Cherez Espinoza. Mayor Lee wasn't even on the city council yet. That only happened when the majority of Elk Grove voters resoundingly rejected Nancy Cherez Espinoza, very much like what they did to Darren Suen in 2018. Per the school district attorney, in short, Bobbie Singh-Allen can be a racist and bigot on her personal time, even though she sits on the school board overseeing 63,000 students. Per same attorney, the school district has no jurisdiction over her misconduct or numerous ethics violations. Unlike the unproven allegations against Mayor Lee, her racist and bigoted statements spew out and continue to do so out of her insufferable, ignorant, and arrogant mouth.
These are clear examples of the consequences of direct or indirect actions of Mayor Steve Lee. These are the consequences of Mr. Lee gaslighting his Hmong community, saying in English to his council colleagues and the media he believes the stories of the Elk Grove women of harassment that involve him, stories like mine and other local elected women and private citizens. And then turning around and saying to Hmong media, in Hmong, that these stories are rumors, lies, and political attacks of women jealous of him. I have a long history of standing up against bullying and against discrimination of any kind. I also, as I have said before, continue to feel a great deal of sorrow and empathy towards the Hmong community. Not only for anything I may have said that out of context were hurtful, but also for the pain they are suffering because they continue to be misled by people in their own community, like Mayor Steve Lee. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Assemblyman Jim Cooper. I represent the 9th Assembly District. I live here in Elk Grove. I was Elk Grove's first mayor and spent 15 years in City Council. And I represent the 9th Assembly District. It's just concerning to see things like this. I saw the email this morning, the Facebook post, and here you have an individual with high-capacity magazines and assault rifles threatening the mayor, threatening Ms. Singh, saying he wished he would die. That concerns me as a 30-year law enforcement veteran to have things like this. In this day and age, you have to take these threats seriously. If that was somebody in a high school, a college student, law enforcement will be there investigating that. So hopefully we'll see where this leads up. But it's important that you cannot take threats seriously. You have to in this day and age. You never know what someone's going to do, and we've seen it in our country. And right now our country's really a tinderbox, and people go out and do dumb things, and who knows who is going to incite. So it's very troubling to have something like this and to go that far on Facebook and post it, and kind of a show of force and intimidation to intimidate Ms. Singh. And we don't want that. We can't tolerate that. And it's ironic, as Ms. Singh said, the mayor said he believed the women during a city council meeting and then turns around and says they're liars. Well, you can't have it both ways. It's one of those things. The mayor, we deserve better. We need mayor. We need better people. This can't happen. It's very divisive. I think it's ironic when you have pretty much every elected official in a city that supports Ms. Singh. It says a lot about that. It's important. So I'm out here to stand with her and say, hey, we're not going to tolerate this. It's not okay to act like this and to threaten people, especially in this day and age with what's gone on, especially when you have a number of women that have come forward and that are credible and that he agreed with, and then you want to turn around and speak out of both sides of your mouth. And that doesn't sit well with me and a lot of folks in Elk Grove. That's why we need to change.
You know, Bobbie Singh sat with me last week, and I'm a business owner. I own a restaurant in Elk Grove, and she took the time and just wanted to see, hey, what was the problem? What kind of support we're getting? How's the pandemic? And I felt very honored that she would come out and really hear what we deal with. What's the struggle as a business owner? Yes, and I do real estate in the local area, so I really love my community. They always put us in a general pot, and you know, it's very hurtful. It's hurtful. And if you do it to one person, I feel affected, because I would hate that to happen to anyone that is my family member and stuff. So even though it doesn't happen to you hands-on first person, but we got to feel the pain. You know, if there's pain, there's got to be some changes. I think it's happening, you know, with Bobbie Singh. I think it's happening because she's running. If she wasn't running, I don't think this would have come up. But when you're a threat, or when you're something and people feel that you're a threat, why at this time? And it's scary because she's risking her life. She's probably feeling her risking her life to stand. And you know, we shouldn't be afraid to stand and speak out. And it should be a freedom of, hey, we have all opportunity to vote. We shouldn't feel threatened to vote for a certain person, but feel the freedom that it's okay to vote, it's okay to run. And we run fair, we fight fair.